A new year is a fresh slate. It's a great time to reflect on where you are and think about where you want to be. Not just now, but a year from now, 5, 10 years from now. I love New Year's. I love it for not the partying, because I don't do that anymore. I love it for the natural pause and reason to reflect. How did the last year go? What do I want to do differently next year? What am I really trying to achieve? I think it's really crucial to set financial goals because money, it's the fuel to achieve many of your other goals. You need money to travel. You need money to start your own business. Maybe even you need money to start a new hobby. Hey, I'm Lorianne. I'm co-CEO of Dow Janes and a money coach. And today I'm going to give you a few tips for setting intentional financial goals. And then I'm going to share with you my financial goals for 2024. So be sure to stick around if you want to hear about what I'm up to and if you want some new ideas. Before I share my personal financial goals for this year, here are a few tips on how to set intentional goals that will help you achieve your desired financial situation and ultimately your life. All right, number 1, clarify what matters most. You can create almost anything you want as long as you know what you're aiming for. So think about how money plays into the big picture for what you want in your life. By clarifying what matters most to you, you'll be able to set goals that align with your personal values. Step 2, think longer term. Now that you are clear on what matters most, think about how do you want that aspect of your life to be in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years from now. What do you see for the longer term vision of your life? Are you still working? What does your lifestyle look like? Do you take nice vacations? Are you going back to school? Whatever it is that you want to be doing, it's a good chance it's going to require at least some money. So it's important to envision what you want in the long term so that you can reverse engineer the life that you want. And sometimes this step really trips people up. I say, just have fun with it. This is your time to dream, create, and if you change your mind later, great, you change your mind, right? Often as we get closer to our goals, we realize what the true goal actually is, and that's totally okay. So don't worry about getting it perfect and give yourself some place to start from. The third step, now you got to think about the action plan. Consider the steps that it's going to take to achieve your long-term vision. Now that you are clear on where you want to end up, you know what you need to achieve. So if you want to retire in 10 years, you're going to want to focus on increasing your retirement savings now. If you want to travel more, what are you going to need to do to create the time freedom to travel? And what are you going to need to do to create the money and disposable income you need to travel? If you're interested in learning more about setting intentional financial goals and how to achieve them, let me know in the comments so I'll make another video. All right, I'm going to share a little bit about my goals for 2024. And many of my goals have a lot to do with my children and my family. This is a big year for me. I am expecting baby number 3. And so a lot of my goals are focused around creating the life that I want for my family and making sure my children are well taken care of. There's also a lot of goals I have here that are about learning more because there's areas of finance that I haven't explored before I had children, and now it's time to really become a master of them. So my first goal for the year is to complete my estate planning. This means getting proper wills, understanding how trusts work and if I need one and more than one, how to use them, and actually getting that set up. My second goal is around building and protecting generational wealth. Now that I have enough money for myself and for my life, it's really about making sure that my children will be taken care of and I'm protecting the legacy that I'm building for future generations. So learning what are the proper investment vehicles to set up, how do I transfer wealth to my children in the future, and just understanding what that landscape looks like and making sure that I'm using proper accounts and building well for them now to the best of my ability. My third goal is to save money on taxes. I am looking to better understand the tax landscape and identify legal tax loopholes that I can use to lower my taxes. One of the ones I know I'm interested in learning more about is how I can potentially pay my children legally from my business. So if you start to see my kids on social media a lot more, you'll know I figured it out. Let me know also in the comments if you want to learn about that too, because I think a lot of people are interested in this. All right, my fourth goal is to work less this year while continuing to grow my income. Now that our business is quite established, it is time for me to learn how to do a little less and empower my team to do a little more. I spent a lot of time in 2023 building the team at Dow James so that the company can continue to run and work even when I am not present or available. So as I have my baby this year, I'm really looking forward to taking full time off, totally relaxing on maternity leave, and have the business continue to grow. Now, if you're earlier in your financial journey, then my goals might not be very relevant for you. They might feel too advanced, or like you're working on goals that are closer into getting yourself into a better financial situation and creating some financial peace and stability. And that's the perfect thing for you to be focused on. We've got a lot of other videos on financial goals and a lot of educational materials on things like how to get out of debt, how to build up an emergency fund, how to get invested for the first time. So I'll leave links to those in the description below so you can do a little more research on the goals that you're choosing this year. Those are my top 4 financial goals for 2024, and I'd love for you to take action right now. Pick at least one goal that you want to pursue this year and let me know what it is down in the comments below. If you want this year to be the year that you master your money for good, you should check out our free masterclass. We'll give you our 3-step system for building wealth, and I share in detail about how I went from $40,000 in debt to building an investment portfolio of multiple millions of dollars. I will leave a link for that in the description down below.